PMDD shaped my life for 17 years before I could name it. I spent those years searching for answers, questioning my sanity, and desperately seeking treatments that actually worked. My painful journey had an unexpected twist. Helping others heal from PMDD became my life's purpose. Hi, I'm Jess, a board-certified nutritional therapist, coach, the founder of Her Mood Mentor, and your host. This is PMDD Pep Talk, a weekly reminder that your suffering is real, your experience is valid, and your future is brighter than your symptoms suggest. Each week, we're going to explore the truths about PMDD that nobody talks about. The kind of truths that shift something deep inside you and make you think, maybe there's more possible than I imagined. Whether you're in the depths of luteal darkness or riding the clarity of your follicular phase, you're exactly where you need to be. Because here's what I know for sure. Healing PMDD isn't just about managing symptoms, it's about transforming your life. This challenge, as brutal as it can be, is an invitation to know yourself more deeply and live a more joyful, purpose-filled life. PMDD might feel like your whole story, but it's just a chapter, and you get to write what comes next. Welcome to PMDD Pep Talk. Quick pep talk pause. Remember that everything we talk about here is meant to educate and inspire. Always team up with your healthcare provider for personal medical advice. All right, now let's get into it. Hello, this is Jess with Her Mood Mentor, and today I am meeting with one of my one-to-one clients and one of our PMDD rehab students, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
So excited to have you here. You're going to be
Thank you.
sharing your PMDD story with us, helping us raise hope in the community.
Yes.
So let's kind of zoom back and get into it. When did these symptoms start impacting you, and what symptoms were you experiencing?
I'd say age 13,
Mm.
pretty much when I started puberty. Uh, I still have it, of course, but it's managing better. But yeah, since I've been 13
So decades we're talking.
decades. It's been a long time. It's very challenging. I had no idea what was wrong with me for a long time. I thought I was bipolar. It's just been a whole thing, and like I was on birth control, and it was just a lot to deal with from 13 on. So it's been extremely challenging.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the symptoms. Now, I know when we're young like that and we're experiencing it, we don't have the right diagnosis. There's a lot of confusion, but as you're looking back, what symptoms played the biggest role for you in your story?
I'd say irritability, very irritable, sense rejection sensitivity. Man, I would really make my parents mad. Let's see. So confusion, a lot of confusion, a lot of mental like memory loss, a lot of like just a mental block often, and it would take a lot of time to recover after PMDD episode. I mean, it takes a good week after it occurred, after that. It's very challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seeps into your relationships, into
Yeah.
every
Oh, yeah.
aspect of your life.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's affected all my relationships, parents, you name it. I mean, my family had no idea what was going on with me. Very hard to talk to. Um, it's just, yeah, more than anything, relationships, but probably the most challenging. Fortunately, with my job, it has been okay, but it has still been very challenging, because there's times I'd want to cry or leave or you name it. It's been extremely challenging for like over 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just really trying to like piece the puzzle together, what's going
Yeah,
on. Tell us a
absolutely.
little bit about, like, you said you tried some medications, but tell us about, as you were navigating over those 20 plus years, what.
Oh man. Well, I was on the birth control when I was 13 up till 20. I switched to an IUD, the copper. Um, but that actually has impacted more of my PMDD, unfortunately. So I've been to numerous doctors, many blood, so much blood work. I'm in an endocrinologist. She just threw me, an SSRI. I've tried many SSRIs. Um, I've tried a lot of things, and the only thing that seemed to work is actually, your approach um, to all this, because it's the body. I mean, the body's telling us something, and we need to listen. That's a big thing, is we have to listen to it.
Yeah. What made you decide to take the approach that we're doing here?
Well, going to multiple doctors, I even been to a holistic doctor, and I just I didn't know what to do. Like, if you look online, there's not a lot of information. I mean, there's becoming more, thank goodness, but there hasn't been much. And I just started typing on Instagram, and maybe there's more, approaches to what's wrong with me. And PMDD came up. I didn't know what it was until a couple of years ago, but it came up, and it made the most sense. I'm not bipolar. It's it's something else. It's PMDD. So I've, eventually found your Instagram, and then I just been kind of, I was following for a while, and then I did your HMA test, and that has been probably the most productive test I've done so far, and I don't regret it at all. And I mean, there's still going to be, there's still hiccups here and there, but we're just trying to figure it out. It's all puzzle pieces, and yeah, it's been very challenging, but I'm very grateful I found you. I really am. It's helped so much.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit. So we have the story of like the symptoms before, how they were impacting you, for how long, what you've tried. Since we've implemented and kind of brought you through our process, what have you noticed? What's changed with the symptoms? What's different now as you've been implementing the protocols?
I'd say that relationships have gotten better. I can communicate better. My memory's gotten so much better. That's been a big thing. Waking up is a lot easier. It used to be extremely challenging. It still is to a degree. It depends on the day. Like, today's hot. We're just talking about how it's hot today, but it's got. I think out of anything, it's relationships, which helps me feel more connected and supported. Um, we all need that, so that has helped. It's impacted my life a lot, and I'm a lot happier. I mean, I can't say I've had depression most of my life, so I'd say that I'm a lot happier now than I have been most of my life, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen such a transformation in you
Mm-hmm.
as we've looked at your labs and implemented changes, and we continue through that process. But I have some quotes from our last
Okay.
session to read. Do you want to
Yeah,
hear them? They're
sure.
so sweet.
Let's do it.
Um, the first one was, I can focus.
That's huge. Yeah, that's right.
The second one was, things are shifting in my life.
They really are. Yeah. Like, even I've started a relationship, and it's so much better now. Like, it's one of the better relationships I've had in a very long time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the as you reduce and manage the symptoms, it helps you improve other relationships, but it's also really fundamentally changed your relationship with yourself, which is that foundational relationship from which you relate to everyone else. You have more
Yep.
confidence, you have more energy, you have more agency within your own body, you feel more in control of yourself and your emotions, and so it's really spills over in how everything else plays out, just like that
Yeah.
kind
It
of,
just makes like everything kind of secure,
yeah.
like in a really nice, secure bubble. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, so much more stability as you've
Hmm.
um, kind of moved from this out of control feeling for 20 plus years more into like, I know what's going on. I know what to do. I know how to
Yeah.
navigate it. I know
Hmm.
that I can navigate it.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see like the downstream effects of that changing, right?
It's
Because
really nice. It's especially having that support, having a moment where I'm feeling that, irritable, or that, maybe a shift, cycle wise. I can have somebody like explain to somebody, hey, I need this, or if this happens, can you help me with this? I can find support for myself, and I don't have to worry or feel, I guess, ashamed of myself. Because that's been very challenging. And I think a lot of women deal with that. Very shamed because we don't know how to handle ourselves and
Yeah.
our bodies.
Yeah, it creates so much guilt. And then
It
that
does.
shame kind of like confirms those negative beliefs that are going on in our head. And then we just get worn
You
down.
just go deeper and deeper. Yeah, it just gets deeper, and it's sad. It really is, especially when you're alone.
Give
But
it
now
so
I
quick.
know how to find that support, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, this next quote, Joe, this is the happiest I've ever been.
Hmm. Yeah,
What?
seriously. I know. That's a weird thought because I didn't I was I was how would I describe it? I felt like I was blinded. I just had this, like, we talked about the calcium thing, right? Like the shield. Maybe that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
just blinding me somehow.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah, there was
wild.
a
Yeah.
detachment from
Yep.
your experience and ability to feel, and we saw that in your mineral in your mineral patterns, which is just so wild to be able to see.
I bet that is.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but through time we've corrected that, and it's really like unlocked this new version of yourself that
Yes.
in some ways you've never been able to know.
Yeah. There's a part I'm accepting myself more in other ways than I haven't. It's been good.
It's so inspiring to see.
I'm so happy. Yeah.
I have this other quote. Oh, you said we were talking about how different you are operating at work, just
Hmm.
like your
Oh,
energy. And you said, I'm more welcoming, I'm more appreciative. And you were commenting on how different that felt
yeah.
than before. Like you're more open, like people are talking to you, like the interactions are very different now for you in the
They're more
workplace.
positive now. They're more positive. I feel more connected. I don't take things as personal.
Mm.
So it's helped with communicating and connecting with people and not feeling like so distant and all that. So it's helped bring in more, a positive place in my workplace, and it's been good. Even my boss notices it. It's good. It's great when your coworkers notice it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, like we said, it's not just the things that are happening internally. It bubbles out all the time, whether it's
Yeah.
the challenge or whether we're seeing positive shifts in a direction. Others around us see that too. And that's so affirming, right? Because it's
Mhm.
not like the work that we're doing here is super easy, right? Like
No,
you're making
it's not.
changes,
Yeah,
you're
it's
working hard.
habits, a lot of habits.
Yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
shifts in your day-to-day life, the way you're caring for yourself. And you've made so many changes dietarily,
Yeah. Yeah,
nutrition,
I was a vegan for 8 years, and I promised myself I had if to take care of myself, I would eat meat. And and I am, and I don't regret it. I don't regret being a vegan, but I'm glad I'm eating meat now and able to feed my body whatever nutrients it needs and listening to it. That's a big one too.
Yeah, yeah. We have a lot of vegan and vegetarian women in our community, and I do believe there is a way that you can do that, but it's
Hmm.
so much more challenging with
Yes.
PMDD. You need a lot more education. If we're neurodivergent, like there's a lot more planning, there's a lot more prepping. You actually have to eat more food to get the level of complete proteins that you need. So, yeah, anything else you would want to share about that? Because that 8 year journey and then making that change, that was a big decision that you made, and you made that on your own. You very much like stepped into that. Is there anything more you want to share around that change?
I just say that just slowly incorporate. If you plan to eat meat or, even dairy, just slowly incorporate it. It's intimidating at first and you might feel bad, but just remember your body and your life is important. And, just being, obviously, do your research, figure out, where you can get your meat and all that. But I don't regret it, in that um, it gets expensive. Being a vegan is very expensive. So there's that too. But I don't regret it. I found so many recipes that actually I still use that benefit me that are vegan recipes. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we are lacking something in our bodies that we need from, meat products. So just
And sometimes
slowly
that's the
incorporate
case.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
slowly incorporate it if you can. And just remember that it's going to be hard, but you're important and you got to take care of you.
Mm. Thanks for sharing that, Joe. Yeah, that's a very controversial topic to bring in,
Yeah.
but it is a big part of your story. And we always work with our clients, however, whatever choices they want to make, we're there to support. But
Yeah.
sometimes our clients are open to, feeling in and feeling like, maybe there is a piece of that puzzle that they're missing and that could make it easier for them, and they're willing to try. And so we also help them in that realm if that's what the decision they want to make. And you did make that
Yeah.
decision, and it has been a very clear positive decision in your case,
hmm
as we've
Yeah,
seen.
we have to nurture our bodies. We really do. That's what we, on so many levels, but it's a big thing, just nurture our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that and being vulnerable
Yeah.
around that, Joe.
Yeah.
So let's zoom back before we started working together, thinking of
hmm
that version of you. Um, who was feeling hopeless, who had been dealing with these symptoms for 24 years, who had felt like they tried everything, who was just kind of at their wits' end.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
let's send her some love, first of all, because she was doing the best she could.
Yeah,
But
she was.
being where you are now and kind of looking back, what would you want to say to that version of yourself, or what would you want to say to someone in our community who is in a similar place to where you were back then?
Hmm. I'd say just don't give up.
Mm.
Um, just keep trying and just find answers. Not all doctors are going to tell you the same thing. Often it feels the same, but there'll be, different approaches and this and that. Just don't give up. Yeah, I thought about getting a hysterectomy at one point, and I'm really glad I didn't. So, which that was about me. That was me giving up is on that path. But yeah, that's the only thing is don't give up and just keep trying. And habits are hard. Just a day at a time.